Hello everyone, are you able to see me and hear me properly? Please confirm in the comments and we shall start just after that. Okay, we have Sweta here, Ayushman, Shardul. So very good evening and hello, welcome and thank you for confirmation, Ayushman. Is my voice audible properly? I hope everything should be fine. So this is another session on your quant practice. I think I had one session last week also that was for LRDA practice. So today we are going to have quant practice, and I guess you are having regular sessions. Almost daily you are having these practice sessions for CAT 2025. So, and that's for everyone. So I hope you are attending them, right? Are you being benefited by these sessions? Please tell me, are you regular in these sessions or not? And what have you gained in that? And what is your expectation from today's quant practice, quant topic? I'm perfectly audible and visible. Thank you, Ayushman. Abhiroop Chandra is also here. Wonderful, Abhiroop. So yes, you are attending these sessions, I hope, right? So what benefits you are deriving? What is the benefit which you are seeing from these sessions? And what is your expectation from today's session specifically, so that we can plan accordingly, right? So that's how we will be planning our agenda for the day, right? And the only way to communicate through all of you is this chat in front of me. I'm not able to type here because that will take too much time. So I will be speaking and you will be writing or typing. Learning your approach to questions. Okay, Ayushman, fine. So that is one of the expectation Ayushman is mentioning. Wonderful. Certainly you are going to see my approach towards the questions. Oh, what else? Praveen, hello. And all the sessions which you have had earlier, what you have gained from them. So I would like to have a brief overview or review of all the sessions which you already have attended. So here Bapchala Bhargav says shortcuts, solving them using options. Oh, nice. So how we can answer the questions by using options or any shortcuts. Almost similar thing as Ayushman mentioned, learning the approach, how to approach a particular question. Fine. So what have you learned so far? That's what my question is. The sessions which you have attended earlier also, we have had many sessions earlier, some quant sessions, some LRDA sessions, some verbal sessions also, right? So what have you learned so far from these sessions? Array of questions is good. Okay, Sweta is saying that level of difficulty is good in these practice sessions. Yes, that's certainly an objective. We keep moderate questions. Some might be very basic, and some might be moderate, and some might be very tricky as well. So yes, level of difficulty of question is certainly good. It is mixed. It is mixed. Praveen, do we need to write mock without preparation? What is the benefit, Praveen? You will be able to take it as a diagnostic test that will tell you that where do you stand right now. So if you have not practiced any test, you know what is the meaning of mock test? When you use the term mock test, वैसे तो mock एक बेकार word है. Mock means to make mockery of something, मजाक उड़ाना. So it's not मजाक उड़ाना. Actually, it is just coping the thing. It's just simulating the same thing, right? So when we talk about mock CAT or mock test, it actually means that how you are going to attempt in an actual test scenario, right? So it totally depends upon the aspirants, the students like you. You can consider it exactly the test room environment, create the test room environment, and the same mindset, and accordingly take the benefit, right? But that benefit you can take when you have covered your syllabus, at least a portion of syllabus has been covered, right? Otherwise it is not going to give you actual CAT feel or something. Okay, so in that case you can take that mock test, as a diagnostic test, or you can say an assessment tool, and a tool of assessment, so that you can get to know that where do you stand, what are the areas where you need to work on, in what areas you are good enough, in what areas you need to put more efforts in, like that. ठीक है ना? So there is no harm, but it is total shift of mindset, right? So when one is prepared, at that time mock test will give you reflection of the small things which you need to work on, right? But in the beginning phase when you are taking this mock test, so in that scenario you will have a lot of work to do. Certainly your score will not be that nice. Yeah, that's it. Okay, I hope you understand. Okay, Praveen Nenduri, do we need to write here? We have already answered. Ayushman says, as Raj sir says, that being aware of language. By practicing questions, you become aware of language. Yes, certainly, practice makes you aware about the method, the way the question is presented. Many the time students are unable to understand the language of the question. That's why it is very, very important. Try to read properly, reread, once again read. And it's not that the language used by the examiner is perfect. Sometimes it is ambiguous also, right? There could be multiple meanings. So we need to understand by the way the sentence has been framed, so what the examiner wants. So we need to, what should I say, read between the lines, read between words. You need to read the mindset of the examiner. That is the most important thing. I hope that makes it clear, Ayushman, है ना? Okay, Joyce, you are giving free sessions here. What can we get if we join in iQuanta for coaching? Yes, wonderful, Joyce Prince. That's a good thing. So if you're getting so many free sessions for practice and with good questions, with good suggestions and everything, so you can estimate yourself what you are going to get when you join the actual batch. There is much more, much more. By the way, sometimes it happens, in some places it happens that just to present a demonstration, you get the best things, right? But in the when you go to purchase the real thing, you don't get that much thing, right? But it is not here like that. It is not here like that. Here, whatever you are seeing now, that will be multiplied with 10 times at least, maybe 20 times, maybe 100 times when you become a regular student. And there I am sure there are many students who are regular students also, and there are some new students also. So, but the objective is to give equal opportunity to every aspirant, right? So whether you are already a student of iQuanta or if you are, even if you are not, right? So when I'm speaking to you, I'm not differentiating, right? So that's the thing. So certainly you are going to get much more when you join. Okay, Bapchala, I have only attended verbal sessions, in that I have learned how to eliminate options and so on. Very nice. So you have learned how to eliminate options. That's good thing. Abhiroop, I did only one quant session with you. Are quant मैंने लिया था क्या? I don't remember. मुझे last week I think I took one LRDA session. Maybe I don't remember. And you like the session? That's very nice, Abhiroop. Good. Joyce, you are giving this. I already answered. If we join same, this type of classes will continue. Certainly, Joyce. Why not? And rather you are going to get much more. That's what I already mentioned. Praveen, I'm working professional. How much time we need to spend daily? Praveen, as you are a working professional, so certainly the time available with you would be less than a college goer or maybe a person who has passed out the college and is not working right now, right? So the time depends, time available with every person is different. It is not same. So what you need to do is the zeal, the enthusiasm, the eagerness to crack the exam. That is the thing which is required, right? So if it is there within you, then that's sufficient, right? So just work as much as possible, solve as many questions as possible. Whenever you will get time, you will solve questions. I remember, by the way, I never attempted CAT as a student. I I attempted CAT as a trainer only for the first time in 2008, and since then many times I have attempted CAT. But while attempting as a student, as a trainer also, as a teacher also, I remember whenever I used to travel by metro many years ago. Nowadays I'm I'm situated at Hisar in Haryana. So earlier I was in Delhi, so I used to commute by metro. I remember I used to solve questions. Now around it used to take about 1 hour or some 45-50 minutes. In between there's some metro changes also. So whenever I used to get time, I used to solve questions. Same is with you. You are a working professional. I was also acting as a working professional at that time. So whenever, whatever amount of time you get, solve questions, right? So there is no need to count at how much time you have given to solving questions. Whenever you get time, you should be ready to solve questions. That eagerness is required. So if you have that, certainly you are going to use it. And if you don't have that, so you can spare any amount of time, you will not be getting that much benefit. So my suggestion is increase your eagerness, increase your enthusiasm, increase your zeal for CAT, for IIMs, right? And then only you will be able to utilize whatever time you are having in the best possible manner. ठीक है ना? Okay. Harsh, celebrity sir से quant पढ़ेंगे finally. अरे celebrity sir, I am hearing this comment for the very first time. Harsh, thank you if you are considering like that, but I don't think so. Anyway, Ayushman, these are the sessions, Joyce, not classes. Classes are more structured. Yes. Nishi Nagar. Good evening, sir. Okay, good evening. So, fine. So, I think let's start. So, our agenda for the today's session is modern math. I hope you are familiar with that. So, modern math, mainly it deals with permutation and combinations, which we call in short PNC, or counting methods. Fine. So this counting methods, the PNC is what we are going to use today, and it is not a part of your mathematics syllabus till class 10th. You studied PNC in classes 11th and 12th, right? So those students who have not studied mathematics in classes 11th and 12th, they are certainly very afraid of this topic, right? And believe me, those who have studied also, they also feel very much fearful of this topic when they see it in exams. What is your status? I would like to know. Have you studied mathematics in class 11th and 12th? Or write in the comments till which class you have studied mathematics. Till which class you have studied mathematics. Up to 10th it is compulsory for everyone, right? So you have studied till 10th only, or in 11th, 12th also. Please write in comments. Okay, 12th mein padha hai, Ayushman, good. Shashank also has read. So that means you are familiar with this topic, permutation and combination. 12th में पढ़ा है, MJ ने भी, देवांग ने पढ़ा है लेकिन भूल गया होगा ना, हाँ याद नहीं है, फाइन. बापचला till engineering, very nice. And शशांक ने 13 तक, okay. Samitha 12th, graduation 12th. Okay, most of you have studied mathematics till 12th. Almost, yeah, everyone, those who have commented here, they have studied mathematics till 12th at least, and after that also many of you in engineering or graduation. Base theorem tak jaisa kuch yaad hai. हाँ, anyway, okay, we are going to revise all the things today, right? We are going to revise all the things today, and we are going to use them in solving questions. So PNC, probability, right? And sometimes set theory is also considered among the modern maths part, which is in the syllabus of CAT exam. So set theory, or Venn diagram basically. So many times this set theory is put in LRDA format also, and sometimes we get questions in Quant as well from this topic of set theory. So that is also considered a part of modern math. But primarily this modern math and today's session, it will revolve around the concepts of permutation and combination. Okay? So let's start with this permutation and combination. Before we solve questions, Shivani, good question. Is this important for CAT, sir? Yes, why not? By the way, what do you consider as important for CAT? See, sometimes people think algebra बहुत ज़्यादा आता है, arithmetic ज़्यादा आता है, numbers नहीं आता है, geometry कम आता है, like that people think, है ना? So, but dear students, in all the topics which we consider कि ये ज्यादा आता है ना, it's a marketing gimmick है ना, ऐसा बोलना पड़ता है ना, algebra ज्यादा आता है, arithmetic ज्यादा आता है. Why? Arithmetic has many number of topics, right? Arithmetic has percentage, profit loss, average mixture allocation, time space distance, and what else? Time and work, simple interest, compound interest, partnership, ratio and proportion. 8 तो मैंने अभी गिन दी है, कुछ एक आधा और भी होगा. Pipes and cisterns, right? 9 topics. सबसे एक एक क्वेश्चन भी आएगा तो 9 क्वेश्चंस आर देयर, isn't it? है, सबसे एक एक क्वेश्चन भी आएगा तो there are 9 questions. Fine. Similarly in algebra also we are having around 8 to 10 different subtopics. So that's how you get around 8 to 10 questions from algebra also, right? And same way in permutation combination, we don't have many subtopics, right? But still you get around 1 to 2 questions from this topic. So it is having almost same weightage as any other topic, right? So you cannot say that it is not important. It is very important. And rather, other than just getting the questions directly from this topic of permutation combination, what is important here is that the counting methods which we use here, they are used, all these counting methods, they are used in other topics as well. These counting techniques would be used in your numbers part, right? It would be used in your geometry also. It would be used in your algebra as well. And it is used in your DI questions of specifically games and tournaments and many other cases wherever you need to make the case work, where you need to count the different number of cases. So everywhere this counting things is going to be used, right? So my suggestion has always been that never skip a topic. I repeat, never skip a topic, right? So whether you are getting direct questions from that topic, that's very nice. If you are not getting direct questions from that topic, even then that topic is going to be used in many other topics as the basis, right? So this counting method, this PNC is very important. Okay, don't miss that. At least the basics must be clear for everything. Okay? Okay, 2-3 सवाल आ जाते हैं. Exactly. Shruti, sir, can you revise it once again and then continue with questions? I joined right now. Shruti, yes, so that's what my suggestion is. So let's talk about this permutation combination. Whatever you remember, whatever methods, whatever formulae, whatever important terms you remember, just regarding permutation combination, please write in the comments. क्या क्या याद है आपको? What do you remember from this permutation combination? Any important methods, important formulae and all? So please write that in comments. After that, we will start solving some good questions, right? Somebody already mentioned there are good number of good quality of questions we are presenting in these sessions, and today is no exception. Today also we are having good quality questions. So yes, Shivani is writing something. क्या इस क्लास में level of questions CAT के लिए sufficient होगा? अरे बाबा, in a class we are going to solve how many questions? 10 question, 12 question, 15 question, 20 question, not more than that, right? So for CAT we need to have practice. So this is a practice session. Remember, this is a practice session, right? This is a practice session, and for practice there is no upper limit. You keep on practicing more and more. So today you are just going to get a direction how to practice, how to approach to the questions of from this topic. That's what our agenda is, right? ठीक है ना? It's not that you attended this session, now you are done. No, it is just giving you a direction that how you need to proceed further now. ठीक है ना? So yes, what matters? What matters? Yes, NCR. Okay, wonderful. Savitri Patil has written a very nice thing. NCR. Excellent. Okay, मैं यहीं पे लिखता हूँ. Let me make a list here. So one of you suggested NCR. क्या होता है जी NCR? NCR is the number of ways to select R things out of N things, right? And remember the important point here, these N things must be different. These are the different things, right? So number of ways to select R different things out of N different things, that is given by NCR. And what is the formula for this? The formula is N factorial by R factorial into N minus R factorial, right? And what do we mean by this factorial here? So this N factorial basically means is product of all the natural numbers starting from 1 up to n. So n multiplied with n minus 1, n minus 2 and so on. So keep on decreasing and reach to finally 1, 3 into 2 into 1. That is n factorial. ठीक है, that is NCR 1 formula. Wonderful. What else? What else? Yes, next. So Baptala has written in circular arrangement the first person will be seated in n plus 1 factorial ways. अरे गड़बड़ कर दिया Baptala, कुछ गड़बड़ हो गया. It's wrong. It's not correct. So when you have a circular arrangement thing, so in case of circular arrangement, if some persons are seated in circular arrangement, there are n places, let's say. So all the seats are identical. The first person has got only one way wherever the person can sit. Now remaining n minus 1 persons can be arranged in n minus 1 factorial ways. So number of circular arrangements of n persons is equal to n minus 1 factorial, not n plus 1. है ना? It's n minus 1. Fine. Okay, what else? Yes. Keep on writing fast. Others, remember something or forgot? Okay, let me tell you a few more things. If it is a linear arrangement, then so number of linear arrangement, or basically any type of arrangement except circular, basically non-closed I should write. अभी मैं linear रख लेता हूँ. So number of linear arrangements of n persons or of n things, that is n factorial, right? So in case of this closed arrangement or circular arrangement, so in place of closed circular here, I would prefer to use the word closed, right? It could be circular, it could be triangular, it could be some other shape also. So in closed arrangement, we need to see that how many ways the first person has got. Accordingly, we can find the ways for other persons. For circular, it come out to be n minus 1 factorial. Now, in case of this linear, or it could be basically any non-closed arrangement. So it may be straight line, it may be some zigzag arrangement, whatever it is. Okay? But if we are having n things to be arranged at those n places, the number of ways are n factorial, right? Because all the places are different. Okay, what else? Anything else? Okay, number of arrangements of P of first kind and Q of second kind. Exactly, good Shardul. Shardul has given one more good method. So when we are to arrange, number of ways of arrangements we are talking. So arrangements of, let me write it like this, arrangements of, I'm giving an example, what Shardul has mentioned, I'm giving an example. Arrangements of, let's say, A, B, C. Okay, so these are 4 and 3, 7 and 2, 9. There are 9 letters. So in how many ways we can arrange them? Right, we have already told about. Agar 9 different cheezein hoti, in that case it would have been 9 factorial, right? But because we are having 2 letters identical, 3 identical letters here, 4 identical letters, so this number of ways is not 9 factorial now. It would be 9 factorial divided by 2 factorial, 3 factorial and 4 factorial, like that. Okay, that's what Shardul has mentioned in general format. Wonderful. Okay, what else? Okay, is that fine? यहाँ तक बात समझ में आ रही है? Okay, there is very important result which is very useful after NCR. This is the most used formula. There is another most used formula which is called sometimes partition formula. What is that partition formula? That when we distribute n identical things, among our different boxes or different persons, right? Or in other words, we can also say the whole number solutions of a linear equation, which equation? Let me write that. For example, r different persons are there, so I can say, I should say write like this: A1, A2, A3, and so on up to AR. So these are r different persons. So in all, we need to distribute n identical things to them. Okay? I have n identical things to be distributed among these r different persons. So number of solutions of this equation, that is called whole number solution, where any person can get 0 quantity also, Any person get all the quantity also like that, but not fractional or not negative number. So this is the whole number solution of this equation. And also this is called this partition formula, where we are distributing these n things, n identical things among our different persons. So it is given by, what is the formula, remember? This formula is very important. It is n plus r minus 1 cr minus 1. So that is the very important formula, most used formula after NCR. This is the most used formula after NCR. Fine. Okay. Anything else here? Any other formula do you remember? Dhruv Goyal is asking, how is IM Trichy? Should I join? Dhruv, to be honest, I have not. I'm not the right person to comment on that. If you are going for IM tag, why not? And if you think you can do better than that, then also why not? है ना? So my suggestion has always been in that regard, that check your priorities. Check your priorities. If it is in the close proximation of you, and if you are getting good placements afterwards, so these are some of the things which you need to check. And also the batch profile, and which kind of students take admission in that. ठीक है ना? Okay, so fine. So let's start with the questions now. Ready? Let's start with the questions now. So we will learn more things as per the questions. So see, the most important part is not the formulae. Sometimes, as I mentioned, this is the most used formula after NCR. NCR is one of the formula which is quite frequently used in all the PNC questions. After that, this is the most used formula, second most used formula after NCR in specifically CAT quant section. And but many of the questions just require the basic understanding. And the most basic part was fundamental principle of counting, which none of you have said. Fundamental principle of counting, the principle of addition and principle of multiplication. Remember? Principle of addition and principle of multiplication. So addition we do when the two different kind of tasks are to be done or not, right? So whether first task is to be done or the second task is to be done, but not both together. In that case, we add the number of ways, right? And when we are to perform the two tasks simultaneously, in that case, it is AND. Number of ways to perform the first task and the number of ways to perform the second task. So there are individual number of ways get multiplied. So this is the most important and most basic way of counting when we are solving the questions from this topic. ठीक है ना? I think let's start with the questions. Are you people ready? I'm going to show you the questions, and one by one we'll be solving them. I will be giving you about 1 minute or at max 2 minutes for a question, right? And after that, we shall solve it together to see what is the best possible approach. Are you people ready? Yes, please. Hey, be quick. Are I'm talking to you? Yes. Okay, good. Ayushman, Shivani, and others are still typing, I guess. Okay, I'm showing you the first question on your screen now. Okay, here it is. Please read the question carefully. Joyce, you can get connected with our admission team there. They will give you all information. I guess you can find it in our website as well. And I think there is a pinned comment in the chat box also. You can chat there as well. So please read the question carefully. Even if you don't know any formula, try to use the basic skills, basic thinking skills, basic logical part. Read carefully, I should write. Yes, remember I'm giving you at most 2 minutes. Don't just be a silent spectator. Solve the question and write the answer. And if you get stuck anywhere, feel free to ask. Okay, I've got one answer. Arnav Agrawal has written his answer. Nice. I will be just waiting for maximum one more answer. Fast, please. Arnav, please you also recheck your answer and see whether you are confirmed. Okay. Anish Jain has also given the same answer. Nice. Fast, fast, fast. Your time is almost up and I have already got 2 answers. Okay, would you like to share your approach, Arnav and Ashu? Sorry, Ansh. How did you go about it? How did you solve this? It says Ram and Puneet randomly chose a number R and P. Ram के लिए R, Puneet के लिए P. Fine. From a set of first 27 natural numbers. First 27 natural numbers means 1 से लेके 27 तक, right? 1, 2, 3 up to 27. So this is a set of first 27 natural numbers. And these two persons, Ram and Puneet, they are choosing a number randomly. So if they choose numbers distinct from each other, okay, so they have chosen different numbers, then in how many ways can they choose the numbers such that the value of P minus R is at least 2? Okay, so P is the greater number, 2 is a smaller number. So how to do that? Okay, Muskan Singh and Devadatta also was giving the same answer, option C, that is 325. So how to go about that? Please tell me. Yes, fast. Any formula which you have used or you have simply counted? What have you done? Arey wah, excellent. Piyush Singh, Ayushman, fundamental principle of counting Siddhant says, kya use kiya bhai, kaise likha? Many more differences too, so let's assume the Puni choose one, then exactly, wonderful, wonderful. Ansh Jain has used a simple pattern and then added that. Excellent. Ayushman is also writing the same thing. Arnav, R can be 1 to 25 where P is exactly good, wonderful. See, that's what I was telling you, that in examination questions, listen everyone very carefully. Please listen everyone very carefully. Many of you have already answered that. Some of you may have got fixed up how to solve, how to think, right? I can understand that. But now listen, I told you that in exam, CAT does not expect you to mug up a number of formulae. बहुत सारे formulae रट्टा मार लो. No, CAT doesn't want that, because CAT is common test. It's common admission test. You know that? It's common for all graduates. All graduates, whether you have studied mathematics or not, right? That is not requirement. So the formula is not important thing, right? Formula is not important thing. If you have formula, that's very nice, but you should know how to use it. So how to use it, for that your logical thinking is required, right? So if you are missing the logical thinking part, if you are not accustomed to use your brain, if you are not accustomed to use your intelligence, in that case, don't know what is going to happen, right? Then you don't know. You know what is going to happen. You are just going to doom. You are just going to be doomed, right? So that's how the questions, most of the questions actually do not require any formula. Without formula also you can understand them, solve them by simple patterns, and then you can observe, अरे ये तो ऐसा pattern बन गया, this can be added like that, right? How in a better way you can solve it. So like in this question, many of you already suggested. So 1 to 27, these 27 numbers are there, and these two persons are choosing two numbers R and P, and our requirement is that this P minus R is at least 2. So which is the smaller number among P and R? Which of the two numbers would be smaller? Yes, exactly, Ayushman. Yes, because that's a perfect way. That's a perfect way. So which of the two numbers would be smaller, P or R? R would be smaller, right? R would be smaller. So if I take R to be 1, let me take R to be 1. So can you suggest what values can P take? So P minus R is at least 2. That means the minimum value of P minus R is 2. So P ki smallest value would be 3. P cannot be less than 3, right? So P, if P is 3, that is fine. If P is 4, that also fine. If P is 5, that also is fine. And so on. P maximum can be 27. Yes or no? ठीक है ना? Yes, P can be anything from 3 to 27. So how many values are possible for the combination of P and R? It is 1, 3, 1, 4, 1, 5 and so on. So it becomes total 27 minus 2. That is 25 different values. Yes or no? ठीक है ना? So 25 different values are possible. Is that clear? It's a simple thing. So those who have already answered, they certainly understand this. And those who are unable to solve it, I'm asking specifically you people. Is it that clear? Simple thing. है ना? Same way, the next possible value for R would be 2. And in that case, P must be at least 2 more than this. So that means the values of P will start from 4, 5 and so on up to 27. That means this time the total combinations possible would be 24. Right? So when R is 2, P could take 24 different values. So total 24 more pairs from here. Isn't it? Same way, if you will go further, if we take R to be 3, in that case the value of P minimum should be 5 and so on up to 27. There would be 23 different values. You can easily observe what is happening. So it will go on decreasing and it will reach up to 1, right? And when will that case appear? So when the value of R comes out to be 25. In that case, P can take only one value, that is 27. So basically, I need to add all these numbers. And that is a simple pattern. You can see it is 25, 24, 23, 22 up to 1. Basically, it is sum of first 25 natural numbers. Do you people know how to calculate sum of first n natural numbers? Summation n or sigma n, also it is written like this. So 1 plus 2 plus 3 and so on up to n. So what is the formula for that? I think Ayushman wrote it earlier. है ना? क्या formula होता है इसके लिए? Piyush also has written that. Yes, Piyush also written that. Wonderful. So it is n into n plus 1 by 2. And in this particular case, we have n is equal to 25. So answer here simply is 25 into 26 divided by 2. You can simplify it very easily. This is 13 2s are 26, 260 and 65. That makes it 325. So certainly option C is the right answer. Fine. Okay, Unnati has understood. Nice. Thank you, Unnati. Siddhant, yes, good formula. Fine. Okay, see, what if you don't know the formula? Sometimes people don't know the formula. वैसे तो it's better if you remember the formula. It's a very basic thing. But still, if you do not know the formula, it's a very simple thing. It's not difficult. If I want to add all numbers from 1 to 25, 1, 2, 3, up to 25, then 23, 24, 25 like that. If I need to all these numbers, if I know the formula, that's very nice. But if I don't know the formula, can you suggest any good way? Can you people suggest any good way? I don't know the formula to add this. What would be the better way? Ayushman was talking about the approaches, so that's why I'm focusing on the different approaches you should be conversant with. Excellent, Ayushman. Yes, wonderful. Yes, yes. Yes, MJ, AP is perfectly fine. This AP, and from that AP only you get this result. But how do you get that result? How do you get the AP formulas? They are also same thing. The basic thing is that because all the numbers are increasing by a constant value, which is you call AP. So what happens is now, if you add the first number and the last number, 1 plus 25 is how much? It's 26, right? It's 26. So you can divide 26 equally among the two parts, 13, 13, right? Equal, right? But if we take the second number and the second last number, that is 2 and 24, what is their sum? Their sum is again 26. Why? It was just increased by 1. This is just get decreasing by 1, right? So the sum remains same. So will it happen further as well? Yes. 3 and 23 also add up to 26 only, right? And it is going to happen every time whenever you are adding any arithmetic progression in which the gap is same, right? So from one end we see the numbers are increasing by certain quantity, and from the other end the numbers are decreasing by the same quantity. ठीक है ना? That is the only thing. So basically 1 plus 25 was 26, 2 and 24 was 26, 3 plus 23 was 26. So basically when 26 I distribute equally among the two parts, it is 13 each, 13 each, 13 each, 13 each. So effectively there are total 25 numbers, each of whose value is balanced on an average, it comes out to be 13. So the answer is simply 25 into 13, which we just did here. Right, which we just did here, 25 into 13. That is the final answer. So even if I don't know any of the formula, if my logical skills are nice, then we can answer the question very, very easily. ठीक है? Is that clear to everyone? Yes, please mention. And are you ready for the next question? Yes. Okay. Everyone there, Unnati, Muskan, Ayushman, Piyush, clear now? Good. So important point is that, as I said earlier also, we are going to solve a limited number of questions, right, in the limited time. But the point is that whether you are getting the way to use your intelligence or not, that is the most important thing. See, I have always said this, that purpose of this whole practice sessions and all classes and everything is that आपको ये सीखना है कि सोचना कैसे है, right? How you should think, what should be your thought process, and if you get that, then you are running on, you are proceeding on the progressive path, right? You are progressing on the progressive path. Okay, I'm moving to the next question now, and here it is, and it is a bit higher difficulty level. It is a little bit higher difficulty level. Please see and try the question on your own, and I'm giving you 2 minutes for this, and your time has started. Okay, time for answers. Arnav says 3:30. Arnav, are you guessing? How did you get this answer? Question says, in how many ways PQRS can get at most 19 chocolates such that each gets at least 2 chocolates? Means everyone should get minimum 2 number of chocolates, right? Ayushman says, मेरा D आ रहा है. Arnav, I think you are counting that they get exactly 19, but it says at most 19. Don't miss this word, at most. What do you mean by the at most? That means maximum 19. It can be less than that also, right? Ansh Jain says 364. Are 364 is also very less. By the way, Ayushman, what is your answer? Acha, Ayushman is also getting 364. Are kaise kiya? Shruti Prasad says 370. None of these. What's your answer, Shruti? And Piyush, what is your answer also? All of you are saying D, that's fine. But D can have many different answers, na? So some of you are writing 364, Ansh and Ayushman. Piyush, what's your answer for D? Shruti, what's your answer for D? If I remove the options, let's remove the options. So tell me your answer, exact numbers. So 364 is one of the answers given by two students here. How did you get 364, Ayushman? Ayushman says first give 2 chocolates to everyone. ठीक है. 11 बचे. Fine. NCR -1 वाला फॉर्मूला लगा दिया. अरे वही तो उसने किया था. अर्नब ने भी वही तो किया था बाबा. You're also missing the part at most. It's not exactly 19 chocolates are to be distributed. It says it says in how many ways PQRS can get at most 19 chocolates. So all of you are missing this word at most here. At most skip ho gaya, exactly. Yes, you people skipped at most. Now listen very carefully. What is given here is that PQRS, let's say P got P number of chocolates, Q get Q number of chocolates, R get R number of chocolates, and S get S number of chocolates. So this total number of chocolates is how much? Is it 19? No, it is not 19. Yes, who is this? Srijani. Srijani is wonderful. That's correct answer. Muskan Singh, excellent. That's the correct answer. That's the correct answer. 1365. Yes. So when we are having PQRS, these 4 persons, so how many chocolates are they getting? They are not getting exactly 19 chocolates. They are getting at most 19. At most 19 means they are getting 19 or less than that. Right? Yes, less than or equal to 19. Yes or no? Yes or no? It's going above 1000. That's correct. So yes, Ayushman. So this number of chocolates, it is less than or equal to 19. That's true now. That's true. ठीक है ना? That is a one constraint given in how many ways PQRS can get at most 19 chocolates. So they may get total 19 or maybe less than that. Fine. And what is the extra condition? Such that each gets at least 2 chocolates. That means individually PQRS, they must get 2 or more than 2 chocolates. Individually they must get 2 or more than 2 chocolates. ठीक है ना? So the formula which we just discussed some while ago, that was for a whole number solutions of an equation, right? This is inequality. It is not equation. It is inequality. And also these variables here are not whole numbers. We need to have the minimum value of 2 for each person, right? So what can be done? So there is one very important good way is that this P, the value of P is going to be 2 or more than 2. So I can replace this P. I can put the value of P as P dash plus 2, right? So that P dash is a whole number now. P dash can be 0 or anything. Likewise, this Q can be replaced with Q dash plus 2, right? So that Q has at least value 2 because Q dash is a whole number now. Same way R can be replaced by R dash plus 2 and S can be replaced by S dash plus 2. So it comes out to be, this new equation comes out to be P dash plus Q dash plus R dash plus S dash should be less than equal to that 2 extra 8 would be subtracted from that side. So it would be less than or equal to 11. Right? So many of you got a solution for this equality, but it is not equality, it's inequality. How to deal with this inequality now? What can be done? Now the simplest way is that I know that this value, some of these 4 variables which are whole numbers now, their value is going to be equal to 11 or less than that. So if I want that it should always be equal to 11, so I need to insert one more variable here. So it will look something like this, that P dash plus Q dash plus R dash plus S dash plus let's say T, that is equal to 11, where T and all these variables basically are whole numbers now. They are whole numbers. ठीक है ना? So now that becomes a simple equation where all these variables P dash, Q dash, R dash, S dash and T, they are all whole numbers. So now we need to find the whole number solutions of this equation where all these variables are whole numbers. Now you can apply that formula of n plus r minus 1 cr minus 1. So the formula was n plus r minus 1 cr minus 1. So here we have to distribute this 11 identical chocolates and identical things among 5 different persons, right? Where any of them can get 0 also, right? So now just substituting the values, we have n equals to 11 and r is equal to 5. So 11 plus 5 minus 1 c 5 minus 1, which is 15 c4. So that is the right answer. ठीक है ना? So 15 c4. Shardul, it's not 14 c3, it is 15 c4. Now that you should be able to solve. It is 15 into 14 into 13 into 12 divided by 4, 3, 2, 1. So on simplifying, you can get your answer. So 4 3s are 12, 12 is cancelled, 2 7s are 14. So 13 into 15 comes out to be how much? 195, 195 into 7. So this is 195 into 7. So 200 into 7 is 1400. Yes, 1365 is the answer. So 1365 is the right answer. Clear to everyone? Yes. So there's nothing new. Everything you know already. If you have done the topic, we are just revising all the things. So but don't miss the key information. So many of you gave the wrong answer. You missed the part at most, right? Even after you understood the part at most, but still sometimes people get stuck how to proceed further. Is it clear now? Ready for the next one? If there's any doubt in any step, please do ask. Okay, so I'm moving to the next question. I guess there are no doubts. Fine, so here is the next question on your screen. Unnati, which formula did we use here? Unnati, I just discussed the formulas previously, right? You can just rewind the video and you can see that whole number solution formula. I wrote also most used formula after NCR. Remember? Shivani, repeat it once again, sir. Shivani, this is a similar question. First answer this, and if still there would be any doubt, then we can go back. Try this question now. This is also using the similar logic. Yes, answer fast. Yes, answer please. Okay, Arnav has come up with the answer. One answer has been deleted, I guess. Sum of the digits should be 3. Exactly, 3 only, yes. How many numbers up to 1 lakh will give a sum of digits as 3? Again, as I already mentioned, that language is not absolutely perfect, but we need to understand the sense what examiner is going to ask. Examiner is asking that which numbers up to 1 lakh have a sum of digit of 3. For example, sum of digit of the number 12 is 1 plus 2, that is 3, right? So it satisfies, right? What if I talk about number, let's say maybe 102? What is sum of digits of this number? That is also 1 plus 0 plus 2, that is equal to 3. It also satisfies. But what about the number 369? Sum of digits is 3 plus 6 plus 9, that is 18. It does not satisfy, right? So we are looking for how many such numbers are there up to 1 lakh whose sum of digits is 3. That is a question. That is a question. है ना? I hope the question is very clear. So Arnav Devadatta says 35. Muskan also says 35, but Shashank and Srijani says 56. Please recheck. Please recheck. There cannot be two different answers. Please recheck and answer fast. Update your answer. It's not possible to write all the 1 lakh numbers, right? It's not possible to write all the 1 lakh numbers. So what should be your approach? Okay, Ayushman also says 35, Ansh says 35. The two students here, Shashank and Srijani, they are writing 56. What you are to say, Srijani and Shashank? Are you still at 56? So can you please suggest your way? How did you go about this question? And I would like to hear from others as well. Devadatta, can you mention that how did you find your answer as 35? Or no, I calculated manually by all combinations of 1 and 2. Okay, so it can be 1, 1, 1 also. Yes, why not? Why not? 1, 1, 1 also. So you found all the combinations, added them and got 35. Good, very nice. If the addition is 0, 3, the numbers should have only 0, 3, 1 and 2. Okay, these digits are allowed only. That's what you are saying, Ayushman. That's fine. They were also calculated manually. Arey wah, you people are brave enough. That's a very nice suggestion by Arnav, as he is mentioning, and Ayushman also says same thing, that that digits which can be used in all these 1 lakh numbers which will be having sum of digits of 3, the digits cannot be more than 3, right? So the digits could be 0, 1, 2 or 3. Only these 4 different digits can be used. And yes, you can find a pattern also. There is no problem with that. But any other approach, sir? Yes, Arnav sir. Yes, there is. There could be. There should be. There should be. I would like to hear from this Srijani and Shashank. 56 कैसे है भाई? बताओ ना. I'm not saying that is right or wrong. I don't know. I need to check that. But so far we have got 2 different answers. Some of you are saying Shashank has written n r factorial n minus r factorial, then 3 plus 6 minus 1, then 6 minus 1. What is that? थोड़ा सा गड़बड़ कर दिया शशांक भाई. Shashank, you have done a little bit mistake. थोड़ा सा mistake कर दिए हो. And you written the wrong formula, by the way. Anyway, let's see here. So the pattern which many of you have tried to find, that's perfectly fine, but it is going to be difficult to use that. As I think Arnav mentioned, so to get the sum of digit of 3, what could have been the possibilities? You could have used the digit 3 and zeros only. Other digits should be zeros only. This could be one of the possible way. or you could have used the digits 1 and 2, other digits could be zeros only. And the other way could be you could have used the 3 digits as 1 1 1 and other digits, if there are, there could be 0 only. Then count them manually and you will get a pattern, right? If you are talking about single digit number, there is going to be only 3 single digit number, 1 digit number. If I'm going to count 2 digit numbers, in that case it could be 1 2 2 1 or 3 0, right? These are the 2 digit numbers. If I'm looking for 3 digit numbers, in that case I can have 1 1 1, then I can have before that I could have 1 0 2, 1 2 0, है ना? What else? I could have 2 0 1, 2 1 0. I could have 3 0 0 also. But I think it is difficult to count like this, right? So 1 2 3 4 5 6. So this time I'm having 6 numbers. So here we are having 1 number. Here I got 3 numbers, and in this case I got 6 numbers. Do you see any pattern here? 1 3 6. It may be. I don't know. Let's proceed further. So far it appears like this: 1 1 plus 2, 1 plus 2 plus 3. But आगे ऐसा होगा क्या? मालूम नहीं. So 4 digit numbers if I'm looking for, so the earliest, the smallest could be 1 0 0 2, right? That would be the smallest number, 2 digit number, 4 digit number. Then next could be 1 0 1 1. Then next could be 1 0 2 0, right? And then after that I guess it would be 1 1 0 1, right? And after that it should be 1 1 1 0, and then it could be 1 2 0 0. ठीक है ना? तो 1000 वाले तो यही बनने वाले हैं. After that we can have a number starting from 2. This could be 2 0 0 1, 2 0 1 0, 2 1 0 0, right? 2000 वाले यही बनेंगे. Then 3000 वाला 3 0 0 0. That's it. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10. Arey wah, it is 10. Are you seeing the pattern here? 1 3 6 10. Yes, pattern is there. But still we are left with the 5 digit numbers now, right? I am left with 5 digit numbers now. So when I'm talking about 5 digit numbers, the same way if you will count, you will get further more numbers. है ना? कितने आते हैं that we can count. So far we have got 20 numbers. So in that order we are going, so 15 numbers आने चाहिए, है ना? So it was 1, 1 plus 2, 1 plus 2 plus 3, 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4, and next should be 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus 5. It should be 15. And by the way, it is coming out to be 15 only, that you can write. Is that fine? So that's how you can get a pattern also. There's no problem. So likewise, if I write, so what will be the situation? 1 0 0 0 2. That would be the smallest one among the 5 digit numbers. After that, I am going to get 1 0 0 1 1. After that, I am going to get 1 0 0 2 0. After that, I am going to get 1 0 1 0 1. है ना? फिर 1 0 1 1 0. After that, also 1 0 2 0 0. Then 1 1 0 0 1. Then 1 1 0 1 0. Then 1 1 1 0 0. अरे बाप रे, ना? Anyway, next one would be 1 2 0 0 0. So 10,000 wali line mein to I have written all the numbers now. Now I need to reach to 20,000 line, right? So 2 0 0 0 1, 2 0 0 1 0, 2 0 1 0 0, 2 1 0 0 0, and finally 3 0 0 0 0. That's it. So 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13 14 15. Yes. So 15. So total it comes out to be 35. Is that fine? Yes, you can see the pattern here. You can see the pattern here also, and in any different way if you count, you will always find some pattern. This is 1 plus 2. This is 1 plus 2 plus 3. This is 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4. And same way, this is 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus 5. So yes, pattern is there certainly. But yes, could there be some other approach? Because in counting in this way, you could have missed some numbers, right? It is quite possible that you miss some numbers, or even if you don't miss any number, it may be time taking, right? It may be time taking. It is risky. If you miss just single number, your answer would be wrong. Your answer would be wrong. है ना? So what could be the other way? Let's think about now. Let's think about now. So when I'm saying how many, by the way, will we get any 6-digit numbers? No, there will not be any 6-digit numbers. So the largest number which we can get is up to 5 digits only. ठीक है ना? So now it is exactly same as we did in the previous question. That's what I mentioned where I started this question, right? Yes, 5 places bana ke put the digits. That is also not required, Ayushman. That you can do faster. Listen now. So A, B, C, D, E. A plus B plus C plus D plus E. This should be equal to 3, where these are the 5 digits. As Ayushman is mentioning, I'm using that terminology only. But now no need to put the digits. What we can do, I just need to distribute these 3 among these 5 places, and at any place we could put a 0 also. That's not a problem, right? We can put 0 also at any place. That's not a problem. So we simply want to find the whole number solutions of this equation, where all these variables are whole numbers without any constraint. Without any constraint. Is that clear? And that was the same formula which we used in the previous question also. Some of you were asking, I think Shivani and somebody else also. So that was the same formula we used in the previous question also. What is the formula, remember? So let me write the formula once again. We did that A1 plus A2 plus A3 and so on up to AR. So when we are distributing n identical things among r different persons, right? So these are n identical things we have to distribute among r different persons. So the formula is n plus r minus 1 C r minus 1, right? So n identical things are to be distributed among r different persons. Any person may get 0 value also. So the formula, the result is n plus r minus 1 C r minus 1. So that's same thing we have to use here. So these are 3 numbers. So there is no differentiation in any of the numbers. Now these 3 numbers, these 3 values to be distributed among these 5 persons, 5 different positions basically, right? Ones place, tens place, hundreds place, thousands and 10,000 like that, right? So that's it. So our answer would be how much? So 3 plus 5 minus 1 C 5 minus 1. And Arnav wrote similar thing, but he did slight mistake there. Not Arnav, somebody wrote. Arnav ne likha tha kya? Somebody wrote, but he did slight mistake there. ये Shashank ने लिखा था, right? Shashank ने लिखा था. Shashank in place of 5 he used 6. That was a mistake there. Shashank, I hope you are getting it. So it is not 6, it is maximum 5 digit number. Because 6 digits का तो only एक ही number है ना, 1 lakh. 6 digits का only एक ही number है, 1 lakh. So 1 lakh से कम के number हमें चाहिए. So we are looking to the numbers having at most 5 digits. So that's it. So we can simplify this. This is 3 plus 5, 8 minus 1, 7. So 7C4. Or basically 7C3, so 7 into 6 into 5 by 3 into 2 into 1. So that gives you 35. So 35 is the right answer, which could have been done in a very small way like this also. Is that okay? So you can make a pattern, there is no problem with that. You can count in different ways. So that's how you could have used this partition formula also here. Is that clear to everyone? So objective of solving all these questions is to see the different possible approaches to a question, right? There could be various approaches for a question. So we have seen different ways here. Fine. Okay, there were some students with answer 56 and I can still see Nishi Nagar says 56. भाई निशी जी कैसे क्या कर रहे हैं आप बताएं? Yes, Nishi, I'm all ears to you or all eyes to you. Yes, it is good application of the formula here. And basically, as I said already, this is the most used formula and there are various different applications and various applications of this formula. And today we are going to use many of them. Yes, Nishi, I am waiting for your explanation. How you are getting 56? Shashank was also writing 56. I think Shashank is clear now. Shashank's mistake has been identified. But what have you done, Nishi? And there was one more, I think Srijoni. Srijoni, is that clear? All the methods which we have discussed, is that okay? Is that clear? Fast please, we have a lot more questions to cover. See, the only requirement, these sessions are all free, you know that, right? These are practice sessions for everyone. Asijan, you got 35, that's fine. Nishi, भाई निशी 56 लिख के भाग गए हो क्या? So as I was saying, these sessions are all free. These are for your practice only, so that you can improve somehow, right? So the only fee, only price which you need to pay is at least you can share these videos, right? So that others can also take benefit of the live session, and also you can like if you like it. ठीक है ना? Yes, 35 is fine. So Nishi is not commenting anything. So I guess I don't know why 56 was wrote there. Okay, I'm moving to the next question. Okay, again similar question, whole number solutions. But this time equation is having the coefficients, the variables are having coefficients also. So please try to apply here. 2x plus 2y plus 7, that is less than or equal to 12. How many whole number solutions are possible? Now don't be dependent on formula every time. How you can go about this question? Please solve. Okay, here's any answers. Thank you, Shashank. Your nice words certainly are appreciated, valued. I'm waiting for your answers, please, fast. That's a good observation, Ayushman. The z can only be 0, 1. So that's a good point to start with. So what happens when z is 0 and what happens when z is 1? So solve both the cases. So basically question can be split into two parts now with that thing in mind. Okay, let's see it together. Or no, in first look it looks like 36 or 34. Array 36, 34, what? We have both the answers, both the options here, 36 or 34. So Arnav says 34, Srijoni says 34. Very nice, very nice. And I would go by the approach shared by Ayushman here. That's a very wonderful thing. So see everyone, as I said already, don't be dependent on formulae every time, right? So formulae are there to assist us, right? So we should be able to use a formula, but don't be used by the formula, right? So sometimes we become too much dependent on formulae that now we are in a fix, we don't know what to do, right? So the formula cannot replace your intelligence. Your intelligence must be intact, in place. Okay, let's use it now. So we know that as Ayushman mentioned, perfectly fine, that we want these whole number solutions here. So all these variables x, y and z, they are whole numbers. So now this z can be maximum 1. It cannot be more than 1. Why? Because if z is 2, then 7 to the 14, it will be more than 12. That is not possible, right? Because x and y cannot be negative, they are whole numbers, right? So the value of z could be either 0 or 1. That's it. Only two situations are possible, right? Okay, let's go with the first one. If z is equal to 0, what happens then? If z is equal to 0, in that case, I'm having 2x plus 2y is less than equal to 12. Isn't it? Okay, let's proceed further. That means x plus y should be less than equal to 6, right? Now it is very simple. By the way, if you want to use formula, you can use formula, or if you want to do it without formula, that is also okay. Without formula also you can do, but let's use the formula right now. So first, because it is not equality here, I need to put equality. So x plus y can be less than 6 also. So I need to include some other variable, right? So that x plus y plus, let's say, k, so that this sum becomes equal to 6. ठीक है ना? So all these three variables x, y, k are whole numbers. So we want whole number solutions of this equation without any constraint, right? So that is a simple thing. Again, using the same formula, n plus r minus 1, that is 6 plus 3 minus 1, c3 minus 1, that is 9 minus 1, 8. So 8 c2, which is 8 into 7 by 2, that is 28. So that is one part of the answer, right? Now second part of the answer we will be getting from the second condition when z is equal to 1, right? Z is equal to 1. So if I put z is equal to 1 here, in that case we would be having 2x plus 2y. Now z is 1, that becomes 7. 7 subtracted from 12 will give you 5. So 2x plus 2y is less than equal to 5, right? Again, same way, now 2x plus 2y is less than equal to 5. It cannot be equal to 5, right? It cannot be equal to 5. So it's very simple thing now. It cannot be equal to 5. Does it mean that it has to be equal to 4? No, there are three things possible now. So either you introduce one more variable, that is a way. Otherwise, what we can do, so either 2x plus 2y is going to be equal to 4, or 2x plus 2y is going to be equal to 2, or 2x plus 2y is going to be equal to 0. Because 2x plus 2y is going to be even number, right? So it is going to be equal to either 4, 2 or 0, which means x plus y is equal to 2. That is how many solutions? 3 solutions. Why? 2, 0, 0, 2, 0, 1, 1, 0, 2, right? In this situation, it means x plus y equals to 1. How many cases are possible? It is 1, 0 and 0, 1, right? So 2 cases. And in this case, we are having x plus y equals to 0. How many solutions are possible? Only one solution. What is that? 0, 0. So we are having 6 more cases. So 28 plus 6, that add to 34. So option B is 34 is certainly the right answer. ठीक है ना? So how do you count? It totally depends upon you. We can count case wise or we can use the formula wherever possible. Ready? So I'm moving to the next question. Everyone ready for the next one? Yes. All right. So actually there is some lag of some seconds when I say something and when you comment something. So I'm assuming that you are saying yes, yes, Ayushman has written. So I'm moving to the next one. Be quick now. Now it's a geometry. If a regular polygon has the number of diagonals equal to its number of sides, then find the number of points of intersection of its diagonal. Please solve it fast. Please solve it fast. I wish to solve at least 2-3 more questions, to be quick. By the way, do you know what is the number of diagonals? Arnav is asking a hint. If a regular polygon has the number of diagonals to its number of sides, equal to number of its sides. So how to calculate number of diagonals? What is the number of diagonals of a polygon? So number of diagonals of an n-sided polygon is n into n minus 3 by 2. So that is the result, or that is a hint for you, Arnav. So number of diagonals, no, Shardul, 10 is not the correct answer. No, 10 is not the correct answer. Yes, n into n minus 3 by 2, that's fine. So n into n minus 3 by 2 is the number of diagonals. So it says if a regular polygon has the number of diagonals equal to, so this is equal to what? It's the number of sides, which is n, right? If n is the number of sides, then number of diagonal is given by n into n minus 3 by 2, and in this question it is mentioned that this is equal to n. So on simplifying this, you can see this n would be cancelled. So n minus 3 comes out to be equal to 2, which means n comes out to be equal to 5. That means this polygon is nothing but a regular pentagon, right? It's a regular pentagon, something like this. Okay? It's not exactly regular, but okay, let's assume that it's a regular pentagon. Now question is, find the number of points of intersection of its diagonal. Now there was a mistake by Shardul ji. So अब इसके diagonals कितने हैं? There are 5 diagonals, right? There are 5 diagonals. So what are the diagonals? You know that diagonals are the line segment which join non-adjacent vertices. So one diagonal, two diagonal, the third diagonal, the fourth one, and the fifth one. There are 5 diagonals, right? Now question is, find the number of points of intersection of its diagonals. You can see it very easily. This is one point here, this is second one, this is third one, this is fourth one, this is fifth one. Do you see any other point of intersection of diagonals? No. So 5 is the right answer. ठीक है ना? By the way, this vertex is not considered as a point of intersection of diagonals. This is the origin of these two diagonals. It is not considered as an intersection. ठीक है? So these 5 points of intersection of the diagonals are mentioned in this diagram now. So the answer here would be 5. Is that clear? Yes, it's pentagon only. It's pentagon only. Okay, so moving to the right question. Can I give CAT exam? I have open university degree. JSSA Gaming. Babuji, so to be very clear, I would refer you to the IIM website. Check the IIM website. Do they accept the open degree or not? Right? Because they ask for graduation with the minimum 50%. That used to be a criteria. But that graduation can be from open university or not, that you need to confirm from there. Okay? Okay, Ayushman is saying they didn't know the NOD formula, number of diagonals formula. Okay, how did we get this formula of number of diagonals? It's a very simple thing. Everyone, yes, I'm talking to you. Listen, how to calculate the number of diagonals? It's a very simple thing. We are having n vertices, right? We are having n vertices. And I just told you what is the meaning of a diagonal. Diagonal is formed by joining non-adjacent vertices. So if I'm having vertex 1, vertex 2, vertex 3, vertex 4, vertex 5, vertex 6, vertex 7, vertex 6, and so on, vertex n minus 2, vertex n minus 1, vertex n, like that. Okay, I'm assuming that. So with vertex 1, can you tell me how many diagonals will be created? I'm asking you, with vertex 1, how many diagonals will be created? See, it is not to be joined with vertex 2, it is not to be joined with vertex n, it is not to be joined with itself, right? So total n minus 3 different diagonals will be originating. Yes or no? N minus 3 number of diagonals would be originating from vertex 1. Why n minus 3? Why 3 has been removed? Because this vertex cannot be joined with itself, it cannot be joined with its adjacent, its neighboring vertices. So other than that, all other line segments would be acting as diagonals. So from each vertex, we will be having exactly n minus 3 diagonals. So there are total n vertices, so n into n minus 3, right? And why we are dividing by 2? Because every diagonal would have been counted twice from both of its ends. So just to remove that repetition, we needed to divide it by 2. That's how we got it, n into n minus 3 by 2. So to remember formula is very nice. But if you understand the basic concept behind that, it becomes much easier, right? It becomes much easier. Yes, exactly, Ayushman. Good, Arnav. This is one of the ways, and there could be another way also. Out of n vertices, if you select any 2 vertices, so how many line segments can you draw? It is NC2, right? But in NC2, whether all of them are diagonals? No. When NC2 we are doing, so we could have selected the two adjacent vertices also, which will not create a diagonal, rather it will create a side line, right? So I need to subtract all the side lines then, right? From this quantity, I need to subtract all the side lines. How many side lines there? How many side lines will be there in an n-sided polygon? N, of course. So just subtract that n and you will get the answer. So this is again same thing. So this is number of diagonals in an n-sided polygon. Okay? Wonderful. So we have seen both the ways how to calculate number of diagonals. So if you know the result, that's very nice. Even if you don't, so understand the basic concept behind that. Okay, I'm moving to next question. Let's move quickly. Okay, this is a good question. Please solve it. This is a good question. Please solve it. Okay, answers. 24, 8. Yes, Atharva, 8 is the right answer. See, this is a very typical question and you will find such questions repeated in exam. So there are various ways to answer this question, but point is that we should not repeat any case. See, there are mainly two important areas of committing mistake in any of the PNC question. One is repetition of cases. So we should be very careful that no case must have been repeated. ठीक है ना? Yes, we need to fix R2. Yes, that's what I'm saying, Ayushman. There can be different ways you can start this question. There are various ways to solve this. So, but there are two important criteria you need to take into consideration, that the no case should be repeated and no case should be missed. Repetition and missing cases. So these are the two important problems. Sometimes while counting, some cases gets repeated, and sometimes we miss to calculate or include certain situations which are possible. ठीक है ना? So, and it is easy to write these two words here, but it is very difficult to apply them in practice. So that's what we need to be very careful about while solving questions. ठीक है. Now how to go about this? So it could be tedious task. It is not that easy. We are having 4 different persons, 4 different medical representatives represented by R1, R2, R3, R4, and they are to be arranged with these 4 doctors D1, D2, D3, D4, and ones, right, are to visit one doctor each, right? So in a way we can say, let's say अगर मैं बोलता हूँ कि D1, D2, D3, D4 are 4 chairs. They are 4 chairs, right? And R1, R2, R3, 4 are the 4 persons, and they are to take these 4 chairs. One chair will be occupied by one person. The same thing, right? So if there had been no constraint, answer would be 4 factorial, that is 24, right? And meanwhile, I could see one of the answers 32. 32 was not possible certainly. So answer is certainly going to be less than 24, right? When there are 4 persons, they are to be matched with 4 another persons, 1 person each. So 4 factorial is the maximum possible answer, 24, right? So first person has got 4 options. कि किससे मिलना है भाई. Second person has got 3 options. The next has got 2 more options, and like that. So 4 into 3 into 2 into 1, that is 24. But right now we are having certain constraints, right? So we need to follow those constraints. That is the important part. So how to go about this? Some of you have got your answer. Ayushman has got, Atharva has also got, and others I doubt whether you have got the answer or not. Let's see here. Let's see here. So what I'm doing, let me think from the point of view of these doctors. Let me think from this point of view, these doctors. We are having, as I was telling you, let these doctors be the chairs. Doctor 1 की chair, Doctor 2 की chair, Doctor 3 की chair, Doctor 4 की chair. Okay? Okay. Now tell me, Doctor 1 की chair पे कौन-कौन आ सकता है? How many person can visit Doctor 1? Can R1 visit here? R1, no, R1 will not. Can R2 visit here? R2 will visit only D2 and D3, so R2 will also not go there. So R3, R4 के लिए there is no constraint. So only 2 possibilities are there here. It is R3 or R4. ठीक है ना? There are only 2 possibilities here. So what are those 2 possibilities? Either R3 or R4. Is that fine? Is that fine? By the way, it is not a very big case, so only 4 persons are there, so we can make the cases also. But right now I'm just counting. I'm not making the cases. I'm just counting. ठीक है? So D1 can be visited by R3 or R4 in exactly 2 ways. Okay, so one of them is occupied here. Fine, one of them is occupied here. Okay, what else? What else? What else? What else? What about D4? Doctor 4 के लिए कोई constraint है क्या? Do we have any constraint for Doctor 4? I know that R2 will not go here, right? R2 will not go here, and one of the person is also occupied, so only one of them can visit here. R2 will not go here, and R1 can go here, so R1 can come here. R1 will not visit D1, so R1 can visit here, and R2 will not. And R3, R4 में से एक जो बचा हुआ है, right? एक जो बचा हुआ है. So the other person remaining is either R3 or R4, right? So again basically 2 ways are there. अगर वहां पे R3 occupy हो गया था तो यहाँ पे R1 या R4, और अगर यहाँ पे R4 आ गया था तो R1 या R3. So again basically 2 ways are there. Is that clear? So there are 2 ways for the Doctor 4 to be visited. So he would be visited by either the representative R1 or one of the R3, R4, whoever is remaining from there. ठीक है ना? So there are 2 ways here for this Doctor 4 to be visited. Now I'm left with 2 doctors, D2 and D3, and I'm left with exactly 2 representatives also. Which are they? So R1 is certainly occupied, R2 is certainly remaining, and among these remaining 3, R2 is certainly remaining, and out of these 3, 1 more is remaining, whoever it may be, right? Whoever it may be, the third one, whoever it may be. So these 2 persons have no constraint now. We had this constraint that R2 will visit D2 or D3. That's true, right? R1 will not visit D1. That is also taken into consideration. That's it. Now these 2 remaining representatives can visit any of these 2 doctors in again 2 ways only. Fine. So it comes out to be 2 into this, combine this 2 into 2. That makes it 8 ways. Fine. So right now I have written all these ways while seeing from the point of view doctors. You can inverse it also. You can see from the point of view of the representatives also, or you could have make cases also. ठीक है ना? But point is that all the considerations should be taken, right? All the constraints should be considered. There should not be any repetition, and you should not miss also any case. So 8 is the right answer. Fine. Is that clear? Okay, I will just take one more question and before we end. Are you ready to take one more question? Is it okay? I'm waiting for your remarks. Was a bit tough this time. Yes, it may appear to be, Shashank. But this is a typical type of question you find repeatedly in CAT. I've seen it n number of times. Ghuma phira ke, हाँ. Yes, we are seeing all the constraints, exactly. Exactly. See, if we will see from the point of view of representatives, then also it is same, going to be ghuma phira ke. You can fix up some cases, as I mentioned. Right now, I just counted. You can fix up the values as Ayushman was suggesting that R1 will not visit D1 and R2 will visit only D2 or D3. So R2 को एक बार D2 पे fix कर लो, R2 को एक बार D3 पे fix कर लो, then count. That is also a way. ठीक है ना? But point is that yes, it is an LR question, Atharva. Yes, exactly. So right now I didn't make all the cases. I was just to count. That's why I wrote it like that. Okay? Otherwise, we can fix up the values and then we can also count that way. If some questions are left, can you? Yes, I will give some questions for homework, Ayushman. I'm just taking one more question. Let's take this done. One more question. There are a few more questions afterward also that we can take for homework. Okay, na? Okay, please let's solve it quickly together. It says in a party, every person shakes hand with every other person. Okay, if there were a total of 522 handshakes in the party, how many people were present in the party? That's very easy question, by the way. That's very easy question. Can you people solve it? Can you people answer it on your own? It's a very easy question. By the way, I hope you understand what is the meaning of this person thing. Every person shake hand with every other person. Every person shake hand with every other person. So if there are, let's say, for example, if there are 5 persons, for example, I'm checking, if there are 5 persons in a party, so let's say person A, B, C, D, E. So person A shakes hand with 4 persons, right? Person A shakes hand all of the 4 persons. Person B also shake hand with all of the 4 persons. Person C also shake hand with the 4 persons, like that. So 4 into 5, 20, right? But it needs to be divided by 2. Why? Because every handshake has been counted twice. That becomes 10, right? Or another way is that out of 5 persons, just select any 2 persons and they are going to have a handshake. So the number of handshakes is going to be 5C2, right? Which is same 10, right? That was just an example. Now in this case, we need to calculate the total number of persons and number of handshakes are given. Right, number of handshakes are given. So it's a reverse question. It's a reverse question. So effectively, NC2 is the number of handshakes among n persons, and that is equal to 522 that is given. So we just need to find the value of n, right? We just need to find the value of n. So let's calculate this. NC2 is how much? It is n into n minus 1 by 2. That is equal to 522. So n into n minus 1 is equal to 2 times 522. Now question is just how to solve this, right? Question is just that how to solve this. Okay, one way is to make a quadratic equation and solve it. That would be lengthier. So what I suggest is factorize. So can you people factorize 522? Please try to factorize 522. Clearly it is divisible by 9, right? Let me divide it here. It is divisible by 9. So if I take out 9 separately, so 9 5s are 45, 7 9 8s are 72. ठीक है ना? Okay, now this is 29 into 2. कुछ गड़बड़ तो नहीं किया ना? 9 5 is 45, 7 is 9, 8 is 72. ठीक है. 58 is what? 29 times 2. There's some mistake, I guess. No, there's some mistake, I guess. It doesn't match. There's some problem with the data here. Data is not correct here. Yes, NC2 must have been equal to 522, but I guess this value 522 cannot be equal to 522 for any natural number. Right now, we cannot represent n into n minus 1. It is product of two consecutive numbers. I cannot factorize it in anyhow so that it becomes product of any two consecutive. There's some problem. nahi aa raha, there's problem. Yes, it should be 528. So 33 into. ठीक है, fine. There's a problem here. So 522 की बजाय क्या कर लें? Sampath is suggesting 528. Okay, let's make it 528. Let's make it 528. So when we make it 528, so this will be 2 times 528, and as Sampath is suggesting, it will come out to be 33 into 32. Okay. Please, you can recheck everyone. If you simplify this, is it coming out to be 33 into 32? Let me check. So 16 बाहर निकालना है इससे ना, तो 16 3s are 48 and 16 3s are 48. Fine, ठीक है, fine, that's perfectly fine. So just replace it to 528, and then answer will be 33. Right? Just replace this 522 by 528, then answer will be 33. So that is the right answer. Okay. Fine. So I'm showing you some more questions. That would be a homework. You can take a screenshot of them quickly. There's some question that is based on probability. You can see this video afterwards also. It is going to be with you only. Right? So there's a question on probability. There's one question for you as homework. The second one is again on probability. There's a third question. In how many ways we can put 6 different letters to 3 different post boxes? So question 3 for homework. Question 4 again for probability. Fifth question, again number of integral solutions. That's it. So 5 questions as homework. 5 questions as homework. I would like to have your feedback also for the session, what you have understood, what's your review. So we are having this our iCAT MOOCs. So if you have not yet joined, you can still join. So our iCAT MOOCs, some of you have certainly attended a free mock test. And this comes up with this very important AI analysis. This is a very important thing. As I mentioned in the beginning of the session also, the purpose of this mock test is to analyze yourself, assess yourself, that what is the area of improvement for you people. Okay, na? And we have this our I am ABC practice batch. So these practice sessions we are having right now, they are just small sessions, right? We are solving a certain number of questions, we are answering certain queries, but we'll be having more and more practice in this practice batch. You can see here exactly 250 exact CAT level RCs, 250 exact CAT level LRDI sets, 1250 topic wise CAT level quant questions. This is the static part. And other than that, this is a fixed part you are having regularly. And other than that, you are having 3 RC sets every day, 3 LRDI sets every day, 12 quant questions every day topic wise. So like this. So this is your dashboard. In dashboard, you are having the static data, static questions are there. And dynamically also you are having regular sessions other than the free sessions, of course. Okay, now this is one of the batch you can join. And our last batch for CAT 2025 has also started, right? So you can join in that one as well. Fine. So all the details are given here, and you can refer to our website and our admission team also. So if you have any queries, any feedback, I would really be very happy to answer. So your nice words are very encouraging. Atharva, Shruti is asking next class will be on probability na. I don't know, Shruti. Our administration team jo hai, they just inform me 1 day prior and sometimes few hours prior ki sir class le lo. So I have no information about that exactly. So I can't comment on that, Shruti. And Aishman, thank you for your nice words. Atharva, very informative, good. Thank you. Shashank, Koblais, it's my pleasure, Shashank. Shruti, superb session, wonderful. It was your presence which make it superb. Interesting. Okay, I'm ABC. How will that dynamic part be shared on dashboard? Yes, Ayushman, yes. On the daily basis, on the dashboard, or maybe in the Facebook group and in the paid batch. So like that. So that's how you will be getting all the things. So there will be live sessions also. There will be live sessions also. There will be static information also. So bam, so many things are going to be planned here. And I hope if you follow our iQuanta YouTube channel, that regularly something is going on. Something is going on. And we are having a large pool of faculty members here. And everyone is full of energy and full of experience. So certainly you have a lot more things to learn every time. Fine. So we shall end it. If there is any question, any query, if you want to ask something, you want to say something, you can. And then we shall end it for the day. I guess I have read all the comments. So I certainly thanks to all of you for being present in all these sessions. And when will IIM ABC batch start? Ayushman, I would highly recommend you to please contact our admission team. And they will be able to give you the exact information for that. Yes, they will be able to give you the exact information for that. So regarding, I think link is given here in the comment as well, or in the chat box also. There's a pinned comment there, and in the description of the video also you will find a link there. है ना? Okay. So finally, thank you everyone for joining, and hope to see you soon again in some another session. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna. So I'm ending this live stream now.